Good morning, Gophers and Wolves. I want to start today by saying a big happy birthday to both Allie's son and Isaac, who had birthdays this Saturday. If you have a way to contact them, maybe you have their phone number or your parents might, please let them know that you want to wish them a happy birthday. We're going to move on to our story right away. Today we're talking about washing the disciples' feet. All this week we're talking about the stories leading up to Easter because this next Sunday we will be celebrating Easter. Jesus and his disciples gathered together for a special Passover meal. Jesus knew he would be leaving them soon. Remember, the Passover is something Jewish people celebrated whenever they were remembering that God passed over the Israelite people back in Egypt. He did not hurt their babies back whenever they had the plagues. So we celebrate that still. After supper, Jesus removed his outer clothing. He wrapped a towel around his waist. Then he filled a bowl with water. Jesus washed and dried the disciples' feet, one by one. Then it was Peter's turn. He said to Jesus, "Lord, you should never wash my feet." Jesus answered, "I must wash your feet for you to be part of my kingdom." Then he said to them all, "As I have washed your feet, you must wash each other's feet." By doing this, Jesus showed his friends how to love and serve each other. Jesus told them, "One of you will turn against me tonight." His disciples were shocked and said, "We would never do that." "Who will turn against you?" John asked. "The one who I give this piece of bread to," said Jesus. He handed it to Judas and said, "Do what you must." Judas quickly left. All right, we're going to move on to your math. Today there's going to be a lot of measuring. So I would like you to pause the video and go grab your rulers. You should all have your rulers at home with you now. All right, now that you have your rulers, we're going to be talking about measuring with the Statue of Liberty on the first page. The Statue of Liberty stands in New York Harbor. The statue is 151 feet tall. This first question we're not going to do because it requires you have a yardstick, which I know you don't have with you at home. This second question we will do. I had a good suggestion from one Danielle's parents. They said after he watches the video or during the video, he pauses between each question. That way he can answer it while I'm reading them, so it's less confusing. That would be a good idea for each of you to do. Thank you, one Danielle, for that idea. Number 2, the first question that we are doing. The statue's waist is 35 inches round. Her feet are 25 feet long. How much longer is her waist than one of her feet? So we're going to be writing this problem out for ourselves. You can write it on your page. I am going to write it on the whiteboard to show you. So it says that her waist is 35 inches and that her feet are 25 inches. And we want to know what the difference is. Remember, difference is a key word to let us know that we are subtracting. So you need to subtract your columns. So draw a line down the middle. 5 minus 5 equals what? 3 minus 2 equals what? And you'll take what this answer is and write it on that line. All right. Our third question. Put that cover on so my marker doesn't dry out. Our third question. The Statue of Liberty's nose is 54 inches long. How long is your nose? So what you're going to do is take either your ruler or your parents might have a tape measure like this you could use, and you're going to measure your nose. So you take it from the top and measure to the bottom. My nose is 2 inches long. Measure and see how long your nose is and write that on this line. Liberty's arm is 42 inches long. How long is your arm. So you'll again take your ruler or a measuring tape and you measure how long it is. So if you're using a ruler, it might be longer than your ruler is long. So what you'll do is you'll do the 12 inches and flip it over and add. So you'll do 12 for the first foot and then add however many more you have after that. 12 plus whatever number goes right here in this box, and your answer would be at the bottom. Or if you have a tape measure, you can measure the whole thing at once. My arm is 24 inches long. You would write your answer right here. One of Lady Liberty's fingers is 8 inches long. How long is one of your fingers? Remember when we're measuring using inches, those are going to be the bigger numbers. They're going to have an IN to stand for inches. There should be 12 on your ruler. Measure your finger. My finger is 3 inches long. So you write that answer right here. On the back side, you're going to get to measure this little tiny Statue of Liberty. For this part, you will be using centimeters. So there's 30 on your ruler and it should say cm. In the picture, the Statue of Liberty's arm and torch are blank centimeters long. So you're going to measure in centimeters this line right here and put your answer there. The picture is blank centimeters from the statue's crown to her feet. So the second question, from her crown to her feet, measure this line in centimeters and put your answer here. On the bottom, you're going to be measuring these all using inches when it says inches and centimeters when it says centimeters and writing your answer on the line. Measure 8 in inches, measure 9 in centimeters, 10 in inches, 11 in centimeters, and then 12 in inches. So it's just going every other. Inches, centimeters, inches, centimeters, inches. All right, we're going to move on to our phonics now. So for your phonics, you guys get to color the pictures that have the sound that O makes in the word lost. So ah, with lost for og, lost, ow, ah, ow, lost, cross, lost, song. Please color those in. Down here, you get to write the number of the correct word in the blank, or you could choose to write the word. I'll let that be your choice. The dog's coat is loft, the dog's coat is soft, the dog's coat is hog, or the dog's coat is fog. He put the hay in the loft, soft, hog, or fog. Let me explain what some of these words mean. Loft is a place that's high above. It's kind of like a second floor, but it is only covering part of the ceiling. Soft is something squishy. Hog is a type of animal. And fog is like a cloud that's really low down. I'm going to move on to number 3 here. A big pig is a loft, soft, hog, or fog. Number 4, you might get lost in the loft, soft, hog, or fog. Number 5, the music has a cute blank. It has a cute off, cloth, moth, or dog. This is the music box. So the music box has a cute off, cloth, moth, or dog. The dog's bow is made of off, cloth, moth, or dog. What is its bow made of? Do not take his bow. Off, do not take his bow. Cloth, do not take his bow. Moth, or do not take his bow. Dog. Last night I saw a brown off, I saw a brown cloth, I saw a brown moth, or I saw a brown dog. I'm going to turn our page over. These are all questions that will be answered by these words. Please remember to use good handwriting. Your lowercase letters should come to that dotted line. Where the children work. Do they work in a rowboat, a classroom, a crossroad, a tree, a cage, or a driveway? Where cars park. In a rowboat, in a classroom, in a crossroad, a tree, a cage, or a driveway. Where birds make nests. In a rowboat, a classroom, a crossroads, a tree, a cage, or a driveway. Where two roads cross. A rowboat, a classroom, a crossroads, a tree, a cage, or a driveway. Where fishermen sit. A rowboat, a classroom, a crossroads, a tree, a cage, or a driveway. Where tigers are kept. A rowboat, a classroom, a crossroads, a tree, a cage, or a driveway. All right. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Remember to watch your video for Brain Pop. The video you're watching today is called Continents and Oceans. Have a wonderful day.